Hello, everybody. Just back from a lesson in the synagogue with Professor Rafi Valdan, the son-in-law of the late Shimon Peres. And what he wants to do, he says, is to show how the ultra-Orthodox sometimes misinterpret the Bible and take it to a more extreme place where there actually are quite liberal ideas, such as how to choose a wife. And according to Jewish interpretation, this is one of the matters in which a person can actually say no to a parent. No, I don't want the mate you chose for me. And nonetheless, this is a story of an arranged marriage. But the interpretation is that Isaac didn't have to accept this bride. So the portion of the Bible is called the life of Sarah. Sarah lived 127 years, and she died in Kiryat Arba in Hebron. And then Abraham came, and he had the task of both finding his 127-year-old wife a burial place, as well as finding a wife for his 37-year-old son Isaac. So one way of studying the Bible is that every letter of the Hebrew alphabet has a numerical value. Aleph is 1, Bet is 2, and so forth. So when you want to find meaning in the Bible, you often look at the words. So Ephron is the man who sold the burial place to Abraham, and the price he had to pay was 400 shekels, which was a lot of money at that time. And Ephron and 400 are the same. So that means that in the Bible, there's no coincidence. There is meaning in everything they do. Even a matter of a business transaction has inner meaning and in tons of interpretation for everything. One interpretation that the professor brought this week is about what is the meaning of God, Elohei Shamayim, Elohei Aretz, God of the heaven or the sky and God of the earth. So Primo Levi, the late Primo Levi, also quite a distinguished scholar, said that when nobody believes in God, when you don't believe in God, then he's in the sky, so he's God of the heaven. But when somebody believes in God, then he becomes God of the earth. So Abraham's faith turned God from God of the heaven to God of the heaven and earth. So there's a relationship between God and the one who believes in him that transforms both sides. So it's a mutual relationship, a flowing relationship, and man has a responsibility in his faith, and he also has a transformative force. So God is not just something entity out there, but he or she is influenced by the faith of the person who believes, who chooses to believe or not. So the matter of finding a wife, wow. So why is it that Abraham tells his slave to go find a wife for his only son? One interpretation given in this lesson today was that there are 3 fathers of the Jewish faith. Abraham was the first one. Then we have his son Isaac and his son Jacob. And of those 3, only Isaac had never left the land of Israel. Part of the reason why is the faith was being founded and the foundations were being built, and it was very important that he has a connection to the land. God says not to take the Canaanites. So it was very important to choose a woman whose family will not be especially influenced by strong pagan beliefs, because this is the first monotheistic belief, the first faith in a God one cannot see. The nations around this new nation, new Hebrew nation, later we call it Jewish nation, the Hebrew nation, was that they were monotheistic. They believed in one God, and the other ones were idol worshippers. So it's very important to choose a woman that's not from those people that have a strong pagan belief. So what are the qualities? They send the slave, and he's about to give water to his camel at the well. That's where everybody meets, at the well. And this woman rushes and gives him water, gives him and the camels water. So that's the quality he's